Stories from the heart of Africa. At the edge of a great forest, older than memory, deeper than any path, and quieter than the silence between breaths, there stood a village. A village like many others, with laughter in the morning and firelight at night. But this village held a secret that lived beyond the trees, because the forest was not empty. The elders spoke of it in low voices. They said the forest was alive, not just with animals, but with something older, something unseen, something that watched and listened even when no one was there. They called them spirits. In that village, there lived a girl named Amara. She was quiet, thoughtful, the kind of child who noticed things others ignored, the way the wind changed direction, the way the leaves moved, even when there was no breeze. And sometimes she would stop suddenly, as if listening to something no one else could hear. At first, Amara thought it was nothing, just her imagination. But the whispers kept coming, soft, gentle, almost like the wind speaking her name. Amara? She would turn quickly, but no one would be there, until one day, she followed the voice into the forest. The deeper she walked, the quieter the world became. The sounds of the village faded, the air grew cooler. And then, she saw them. Shapes, made of light, moving gently between the trees. Not frightening, not dangerous, just watching. Amara did not run. She did not scream. Instead, she listened. And slowly, the whispers became words, not spoken, but understood. And from that day forward, Amara was never alone again. When she returned, she tried to tell the others. "They are real," she said. "The spirits, they speak." But the villagers only laughed. Some shook their heads. Others told her to stop imagining things. Even the elders said nothing. And so, Amara stopped speaking about it. But she never stopped listening. At night, she would sit at the edge of the forest, hearing the whispers, learning their patterns, understanding their meaning. Then one day, everything changed. The whispers were no longer calm, no longer gentle. They were urgent, sharp, repeating the same message over and over again. "The river will rise. The river will rise. The river will rise." Amara stood frozen, because she understood what that meant. She ran back to the village. "You must leave," she shouted. "The river is coming." But the villagers did not listen. Some laughed again. Others ignored her completely. "The river has never flooded," they said. That night, the sky changed. Clouds gathered. The wind grew stronger. The forest grew louder. And then, the rain came, heavy, relentless. The river began to rise, slowly at first, then faster. The villagers saw it. Panic spread, and in that moment, they remembered her words. They turned to Amara, and this time, they listened. "Follow me," she said, and guided them as to higher ground. By morning, the storm had passed. The river had taken part of the village, but the people were safe. From that day forward, everything changed. When Amara spoke, people listened, because they had learned something important. Not all voices are loud, not all truths are seen, and sometimes the quietest voice carries the greatest warning. So tell me, if you heard the whispers, would you listen